Warning, some of the subjects I'll be talking about are of an adult nature. So go away if you're not an adult or you're sensitive about the talk of sausages. That's an English word for penis. In this episode, I'll be telling you some of the polite alternatives for the part of the body known as the penis. Every day it grows. The list of words, of course. Yes, I found 153 so far. However, I'll be telling you some of the common themes when naming the thingy, therefore helping you make up your own names for it. Lastly, I'll be sharing examples of ridiculous alternatives, and we'll share one specific example that you should never, ever use. Really never. My name is Inconsequential. This is Good Bad English. Let's get on with this. Doctors will refer to it as a penis, but you and others will likely find indirect ways to refer to it should you or they feel embarrassed. The most common alternatives to penis are dick, used maybe more by the English, and cock, used a little more by the Americans. These terms are not normally used in polite company. Both are also insults and will likely reflect inherent bad behaviour. Having said that, you might hear somebody shouting out, "Dick!" while you're sitting sipping champus at Claridge's, London. Don't be alarmed. The person is simply getting the attention of their golfing partner, Richard. Dickie boy. Willie is also another name for a person and a penis. Sure, Williams of the world are all Willies, but be sure to get an okay from your William before you start calling him Willie. Willie is a child's way of referring to a penis. Parents will likely teach them this when potty training. And a word of warning, if you're an adult and you're in an intimate situation and you refer to as a Willie, it's gonna kill the mood. Okay, let's go down there and talk about down there. This is also another indirect way of referring to a penis. If you're embarrassed to use the P word, you can simply use between the legs, or refer to it as what's in your trousers. One that I frequently use is family jewels. You can go one better and refer to yours as the crown jewels. This will likely get a laugh as you refer to the precious area below the belt. This is also a phrase that is used to suggest that somebody has done something that goes against the accepted rules. This likely comes from boxing, where it is against the rules to punch below the belt. Also, nether regions. What? It's nether and not never, as in never ever. Full disclosure, all these years I had it wrong. I thought it was never. Nether means lower in position. I thought it was never as in never go there regions. Anyways, it refers to the groin or the area between your legs. Groin. We would use that as kids as we folded over in pain after being kicked in the groin. That happened to you too, right? You can also use the term package. That's a term you may hear women say or penis preferers. You got quite the package. They'll of course be referring to the impressive size of your winkle. Please tell me somebody still uses that word. Bits and pieces or bits and bobs. That's another one I kind of like. Lastly, a kind of semi-polite one would be manhood. Let's talk themes. So there are at least 153 alternatives for the word penis, but sometimes you may not get it when people are talking about it. You may have to figure out what's being said by the context, or at least the confusion of the context. If a person is referring to their snake, there's a big chance they don't own a pet snake. Analogies will be used, of course. Words that are analogous to the shape are anaconda, disco stick, dog bone, fire hose, joystick, knob. That's another good insult that the British use. Meat stick, pink cigar, pipe, pork sword, python, ramrod or just rod, shaft, tail, and truncheon. You can play along yourself. Just grab a phallic item. Now you have a new word for penis. Shoehorn? Then there are those analogous with the addition of the word love, hinting towards the sexual nature, of course. For example, love stick or love truncheon. Let's take a second to appreciate the word truncheon here. And love pole. Then there are words related to function, I think. In some cases I hope I'm wrong. So chopper. Would that be function? Cum cannon. Custard launcher. Crank. Hammer. Machine. pecker, pee-pee, pisser, third leg, and weapon. Again, with the idea of function, you can make up your own alternatives, like Big Daddy's Super Soaker. There are also words that use anthropomorphization. Yeah, I can say that. This means to give agency or a personality, like John Thomas, Johnson, lad or wee laddie, little fella. Or, as is occasionally done, you can use your name with little before it. Therefore, if your name is Henry, then your dong will be called Little Henry. If you're David and your ding-dong is bigger than Henry's, then your ding-a-ling would be Big David. Other anthropomorphized words are old chap, Peter. Why? I guess trouser monkey or trouser snake also fits in this category.
Mind the gap.
Lastly, the just plain weird words, or at least the one's weird to me. Hairy canary, flipper flapper, meat puppet, schlong. I think that's quite an American one. Slippery piggy, tadger, and tallywhacker.
Mind the gap.
Remember I told you about the worst one that you should never, ever use. Not under any circumstance. Baby arm. Don't use it. Baby arm. So wrong. So wrong. There are literally hundreds of words for penis and many more that will come along. So help each other out by sharing words that you've not heard me use. What are the best words? What are the worst words? And what are the funniest alternatives for the word penis? As always, tell us in the comments. I'll be making a poster, a bit like this, of all the words in this video and hopefully the words you'll be adding to the comments section. So be sure to add yours. If you like this episode and you think you learned something, hit the like button. I'll be explaining more good, bad English in another episode, so be sure to subscribe. And of course, if you've added a word in the comments below, do subscribe because you can come back and check on the progress of the poster. That's all from me. Thank you for listening. See you in the next one.